Hey, Josh the Balloon Guy here, and tonight we're making monkeys. So I'm going to start off with a brown, whatever color the kid asks for. But because the monkey on my menu is brown, typically that's the color they're going to ask for. They usually say like normal color or as pictured. All right, so we're going to inflate this, leaving about a 4-finger tail. Nope. I went a little further. I'm going to let out some air because if I don't, it's going to get very tight. Okay. So I burp it, and I'm just going to be very careful as I'm twisting. All right. We're going to start with a 3-finger bubble. That's going to be the nose. And then a small petal twist, really only about 2-finger width. Okay. A 3-finger bubble, maybe 2.5, and then another 2-finger petal twist. Okay, and you want these to be pretty close to the same size. Now, we're basically going to ear twist or pinch twist this bubble in the middle. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to bring this twist over to this twist, okay? Or this balloon over to this. And I'm going to twist them together. And it's, if you look right there, you'll see it's ear twisted. All right, pinch twisted using old and new terminology. All right, and then you have your monkey's head. Now, I'm going to give about a two-finger bubble for the neck. And then we're going to do front paws, which are 4-finger, little 1-finger bubble, another 1-finger bubble, and then come back and match that 4-finger bubble and give it a little stretch there just to kind of separate them. A 3 to 4-finger body, and then 4-finger hind legs. And this is that part where I said it's going to get kind of tight. It's a little rough here. Okay, so that was just 2 matched 4-finger bubbles. And if you're brave enough, put a little pinch twist there. If your balloon has already run out of air and you're very tight, don't worry about that pinch twist. But the one thing I like about that pinch twist is that after a little bit of shaping, that monkey can kind of sit. Oh, here, let's sit on this side so it's not in the microphone as much. And it's so much easier to do this with somebody in front of you. They can sit on the kid's shoulder. So if they don't want to carry it, if they don't want to, and if you're only doing one balloon, then your monkey can sit on their shoulder. Now, I always tell kids, you can tell it's a monkey because it's going to find the closest tree and run right up it. Okay. This is one way, if I have a little time, I can play with them. Give it just a very simple. Oh, yep, he wants to run off. He sees the tree. He's ready to run. A very simple 3 loop, 3 petal twist tree. Okay, and then we're going to holding on to those 2 small 1-finger bubbles. Push the tree through. Because if we don't hold on to them, or sometimes even if we do, they come undone like they just did. And then also push it into the hind legs. All right. And then you're going to want to kind of hold on to both as you pull. Again, if you don't, they come untwisted. And sometimes, and if you find that difficult, you may not want to put those bubbles in there. Sometimes it's a little tight. It really depends on how big you've made everything. All right, and you can reposition, readjust as you get it up there. And then just a very simple two eyes and the split mouth. All right, that's a monkey in a tree. Now, you want to do something a little bit cuter, maybe. That still only requires 2 balloons, and really it's 1 balloon and a partial balloon. In this case, I'm going to use brown, and then I'm going to use a flesh tone. And this is the new Sempertex Nude. Blow up again, just over a hand width tail. All right, and we're going to start with a pinch twist. I'll make my pinch twist a little bit bigger. So in this case, about a 2.5 finger bubble, and then pinch twist it. And then a 4-finger bubble, another 2.5 finger bubble, pinch twist, and match that 4-finger bubble and come back across. Now we're going to do a bear body with 4 3-finger bubbles. And instead of tying them in together like we would on a bear, because we have a central point, we're going to go to the other ear, and it ends up making a loop. Now we're going to take these top 2, the top arms, we're going to grab them, and we're basically going to pinch twist the whole structure. Okay, I'm going to do it 2 times, and that locks it in the center of that. Good for a lot of the chibi things. Now I'm going to let out a little bit of air in the remainder of the balloon, wrap it around to the middle, come down, match my legs, do a pinch twist to lock everything in place, and then give the remaining tail a little hug curl. Okay. Now, for the flesh tone, I don't need much of it, really. I'm not even going to use like 2 hand widths. Go ahead and blow it up a little more than that, just so that I have plenty to work with. But I'm going to tie that off and then bring it into one of the ear twists on one side of the head. I want to make not quite a pedal twist, but definitely want this to be bigger than this. And then once I have it kind of measured out, I'm going to twist into that other ear twist. Okay. And then the same thing, I'm going to squeeze a little air out, wrap all the way around just to center everything. And then I want to make this front a little bit shorter than the back. Tie it into the pinch twist at the bottom, and then tear it off because we're done with that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie that to lock it in place. Reposition the tail, and then we're going to give him a cute little face. I'm going to do a kind of half smile, 2 nostrils, and then I'm going to do a kind of a calligraphy A looking shape for the eyes, and then a couple of eyebrows. And there you have another cute variation on a 2-balloon monkey. All right. And whether you're doing the 1 balloon in a tree, or a variation thereof, with 2 balloons or more, the important thing is just keep practicing. And I'll see you next time.